was broken in every sense of the word. No job, no income. My girlfriend had just left me, saying she couldn't be with someone stuck in failure. She didn't even take her things, just walked out, like I was a bad dream she had finally woken up from. Rent was long overdue. Loan agents were calling every few hours. Even the man at the grocery store had stopped greeting me when I walked by. My fridge was empty. My bank account was worse. I had nothing but regrets and sleepless nights. That day, I ended up at the beach, watching the waves roll in and out like I used to as a kid. Back when life had more laughter and fewer bills, I sat on the cold sand, knees pulled to my chest, asking myself, how did it all go so wrong? Then my phone rang. An unknown number. I almost didn't answer, but something made me swipe the screen. Is this Malik? A calm, unfamiliar voice asked. Yes. I have a job for you. Immediate, 1 week only. You'll be looking after a man, an elderly patient. Quiet, no medical skills needed. The salary is unexpected. How much? He told me. It was more than I'd made in the last 5 months combined. If you're interested, he added, meet me at the last house on Cliffridge Road, tonight. I went, of course. The house was just like he said. The very last one on a quiet, curved street that backed into the edge of a forest. Isolated. Silent. Big enough for a family of 6, yet not a single light on except one dim porch bulb. He greeted me outside. Mid-30s, clean suit, polite smile. He didn't introduce himself. I won't stay long, he said. My father's inside. He's 65, doesn't talk much. Just help him with basic meals and check in on him, that's all. I'll be back in a week. Is there anything I should know? He paused, then smiled. Just don't disturb him too much. He prefers silence. Then he handed me an envelope of cash and walked off into the night, leaving me alone with that house and his father. The first time I met the old man, he was sitting near the window, still as a statue. His face was pale and tight, with deep lines carved around his mouth and eyes. He looked at me once, a cold, calculating look, and then turned his gaze back outside. He never spoke. Not that night. Not the next morning. He ate slowly, barely touched his food, and never responded when I asked questions. I started thinking maybe he was mentally ill, or maybe just grieving something I didn't understand. The first 2 days passed quietly. I stayed in the guest room downstairs. The house creaked a bit at night. Old wood, old walls. Nothing unusual, or so I thought. On the third night, I was woken by something strange. Sobbing. Low, painful crying. Not loud, but full of grief. A broken sound that echoed down the hallway. I checked my phone, 3:14 a.m. I got up, walked toward the sound, expecting to find the old man crying in his sleep. But when I entered his room, he wasn't on the bed. Or the sofa. The room was empty. The sobbing continued. Then I heard it. Above me. I slowly looked up. My heart almost stopped. He was in the air, levitating near the ceiling, limbs hanging downward, eyes shut, crying silently as if mourning something ancient. I couldn't move. Then a cold breath brushed the back of my neck, and I heard a whisper. Come and care for your patient. I ran. Straight out of the house, into the street. I didn't even grab my shoes. I spent the night on a bench near the highway, staring at nothing, trying to convince myself I was dreaming. That it was exhaustion or madness. The next day, I called the man who hired me. No answer. The number was dead. No voicemail. No dial tone. Just silence. And yet, something pulled me back. Curiosity? Guilt? Or maybe I just wanted the money. I returned before sunset. The house was quiet. The old man was lying in bed, eyes closed, breathing slowly. Calm, like nothing had happened. I stood there for minutes watching him, half expecting him to float again, but he didn't move. I went to the kitchen trying to feel normal, frying eggs and making tea. Then he screamed, "Come here!" I ran to his room. He was sitting upright, eyes blazing, like he'd been waiting for me to return. He pointed at the mirror on the wall, old, cracked, foggy. "Look at me," he said in a low, deep voice. "That's your future, if you stay here." I stared at him, stunned. My son always sends someone. he continued. But I don't need anyone. I never did. I'm not sick. I'm trapped. And so is this house. He leaned closer, his voice trembling with rage. Take the money. It's in the locker. But leave this house. Stay away from it. Forever. He lay back down, closed his eyes, and said no more. I found the locker, took the money. I wanted to ask a million questions, but I didn't. I just left. And I never went back. Today, my life is back on track. But one question still haunts me more. Who lifted him in the air like that? How was it even possible?